Good morning. We're just going to do an update on our rescued beehive, on this little beehive that we rescued down here. I'm using a bit of smoke. I had a couple of considerations when I put it together. Number one, to make sure there's enough bees to cover that brood and look after that brood that was in there. Also to raise a new queen. Number two, when a beehive is down in numbers, small hive beetle can be a real problem. Now every day I came out for the first couple of days and killed every small hive beetle I could find. A lot of those bees that were united together had already done their orientation flight, which meant that they went back to their original hive, which left it fairly weak. So what I was able to do is find a frame out of another hive that was fairly full of hatching bees. I did that. So I'll pull out the frames and you can have a look. So this is one of the frames that we united together. So a lot of the bees have hatched. This is the frame that we added to it with the hatching bees. If your hive is weak in numbers and you want to add another frame to it to boost their numbers, just add a frame where most of the brood is actually chewing their way out. So as you can see, most of those cells are empty and they've all chewed their way out over the last 5 days.
Because that was quite full when you put it in there.
It was quite full. Now they're bringing in fresh honey because you can see that glistening in those cells of the fresh honey that they're bringing in. This is the other frame that we united. It had a lot of newly laid eggs. What you can see here is they're building queen cells. So there's a queen cell here that they're building. So what they're doing is they're converting newly laid worker eggs into queen eggs. Another 3 on this side. So there's 2 there and then another one here that they're making. So it won't be long and they'll have themselves a new queen. I'm happy that there's enough bees in here now for me to introduce another frame of brood, and it's not that important that that frame of brood is sealed and hatching, so I'll leave a little gap there for that other frame. My observation hive here is getting quite strong, so it's time for me to weaken it out. This time I'm going to take the main frame out, the centre frame, and I'll show you the one that I replaced. When I united those bees, this is the empty one that I put in there, and I'll pull it out first. All that has been done since we united those bees.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? That is amazing. So this is the frame I'm going to add to that other. Now there's enough bees to care for it. So there's a lot of brood that needs looking after, and there'll be a lot of hatching brood as well. And I think they'll be able to cope with it now. Well, I suppose it doesn't hurt to have a little look at the queen. I was thinking, now that we've come this far, I might as well try and find the queen. She may be on this one. There she is. Oh, wow.
Okay.
There she is, look at her.
Right. Oh, isn't she beautiful?
Yeah. Isn't she? Magnificent. So there's a few drone cells on that comb there. So they feel they can afford to make a few drones. So what I'll do is I'll put this one back. I'll put this empty frame in the place of the one I'm taking out. I'll put this one back on the outside. And I'll just shake these on the table. I'll make their way to the entrance.
Oh, they're running in.
Yeah. Look at that beautiful brood. So I'm just going to put him back, put him in there, and I'll feel sure that there's enough bees now to look after that. I mentioned there's a bit of fighting.
No.
When I united those bees, there was a bit of fighting. And a lot of bees got killed in the process. That's why I had to be very cautious of the small hive beetle, that they didn't get a chance to ruin that brood. What I also did to help these bees along was cleaned out the floor. So all the dead bees that was on the floor, I cleaned that all out. With all the dead bees on the floor, it gives the beetle somewhere to breed up. I want to mention is too that I wanted to keep them warm at night, so I blocked up about 2/3 of their entrance. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.